Hey, hi guys. So in this video, we are going to cover the LLD of open system for Zepto. So this was also asked in a recent SD2 interview. Let's go to the problem statement. So we are asked to design a coupon recommendation system for Zepto. It could be other platforms also. So the key requirements are coupon recommendation. We should be able to recommend coupons based on the given order, maybe the order items. There are certain rules which has been created for every coupon which needs to, coupon should be applied only when those rules are evaluated properly and it comes out true that hey, those rules are really applied. And it can have conditions like, it's a kind of a rule only. The next thing is the concurrency, ensuring the thread safety for the rule evaluation when multiple users across the system are when multiple users are kind of uh, doing the orders on the platform. We need to make sure that the coupon if rule evaluation for the coupons are done properly and there are no mess up happening around that. Optimizations, making sure, this is more about the optimizations. You need to optimize the rules to minimize the redundant checks. It's more about the strategy, how you will apply those rules, how you will combine those rules. Again, it depends on the rules which you may have written for the specific coupons. We have some concurrency requirements, just a basic concurrency requirements, making sure that the thread safety is there for the concurrent request, efficient use of the multi-threading, getting the rule evaluation, just the basic thing. So if we think about this, like there are some of the basic entities which comes out of this. One is, let's say, the user who are making the order. Okay, the other thing is coupon, and inside coupon we have multiple rules. Another small, like if you talk about high level entities, the product or item, you can say. Other thing is the order basically. And there is one more thing which is called payment method. So maybe the coupon can also depends on the payment method which you're going to apply. Let's say if you're going to apply the use UPI, maybe coupon may not be valid. If you're not going to apply the UPI and maybe you are applying the credit cards, then the different coupon may matters. So let's go through the code which we have written here. So this is a very basic user class which we have written here, like user ID, user type. This is just a past purchase. In the interview you can kind of even ignore this particular thing. Just basic user class should work fine. Only do all these things if you have the time. The next thing which we have is the cart item. Cart item is the basically item which we have added to the cart with the specific price, the product type can be like, is it a groceries, fashion, accessories, or whatever. Quantity, again, the number of the quantity of that thing. Cart is just a high level entity which contains the all the cart items which you have added into your cart. That is it. The next thing is the order. So here if we see in the order, you have the order ID, which is again basic user information, cart information, and the total amount information. Again, these are simple Pojo classes. Now let's come out to the base main class, which is a coupon. So every coupon will have a coupon ID. It will have a discount amount, like hey, what amount of the discount we are giving to the users here, and it will have a rules. What do we mean by rules here? Like hey, this coupon needs to be applied to those users for whom this is their first order, or if the order size or the order amount is greater than, let's say, 400. So rules are kind of those things which we will be defining for every coupon. So as we here in every coupon entity, we have a function called is applicable, where you will pass the order information. As we have seen, this order entity already have the information about the user entity. So it has everything like user, like the payment method which user may prefer based on, or if we want, we can, maybe if we are not if you don't want to store that amount of information into the user class, we can have a separate thing that maybe the user are going to use a new payment method, so you can send it separately also here regarding payment information. Maybe we can work on it later on, but for now this is very basic. You just want to check whether the given order information or whether the given order is applicable for this coupon or not. So we will just go through all the rules and start applying sequentially. The next thing is again a rule interface which you have created. Now rule can be of multiple type. It can be about user type rule. It can be a product type rule. What do we mean by user type rule? Hey, user need to be a premium user, or is it a free user? Product type can be, as we have already discussed, it can be groceries, it can be fashion, or it can be some other things. Okay, and each of them will have a check function. That hey, what do we want to check there, where we are already passing the order information. Now, what is the coupon recommendation? Coupon recommendation is more about knowing the order information and based on that recommending the coupon to the user. Okay, here we are implementing this interface. Get coupons. This is just if let's say user want to know what coupons are applied for the given order and the payment, let's say. So this function will be called, and we will be going through all the coupons list, which we have. Definitely we can improve it, but for this thing, let's go with this. Like we go through all the available coupon and we check whether which coupon is applied for the given order. The next main class, it's more about the how, just to give you the demo how this code will entirely work. Like in the interview we'll have to at the end show whether the code is running or not. So if we let's go through, as we have mentioned here, that the above solution is not a multi-threading solution. The better and the more advanced solution we have already covered in our course. You will be able to see there. Let's but still let's try to discuss some of the flows which we can see here. So now one of the basic flow is this one for sure. So here what you are doing is, so let's say you have one coupon. One coupon can have multiple rules. It can be 2 rules, 3 rules, 4 rules, 5 rules. What we are doing here is we are doing a sequential check here, which is not a very efficient thing. Okay, so you are saying that hey, apply the first rule, then apply the second rule, then apply the third rule, then apply the fourth rule. In the worst case, this is not a good solution. Can we avoid doing a sequential processing here and move it to the parallel processing? Yes. How? Definitely we can use the threading here. That we have already covered again in our course. The exact solution it's there. This is one of the flaws which I'm just discussing, giving more ideas about the flows. The same thing, not the same, kind of same thing with this one also. For example, coupon recommendation. Same thing we are doing here. Okay. Why do we really need to do this sequentially? Why? Because the recommendation of each coupon to a given order is a parallel thing. They have no relation to each other. So definitely this part can be also parallelized, or it can be made converted to the multi-threading. There may be some more changes required around the code, depends on how you implement the multi-threading. Now let's discuss one more part. It can be a, let's say, extension of this design. We have defined a coupon class. Okay. There was one more thing which I have not covered deliberately. Was this thing? Okay, I mean, I know we have covered this rules that hey, that's a list of rules, but what about this one? Hey, what is this? So when you are applying the rules can be and or. For example, hey, if the user is a premium and the order amount is greater than 4, then apply this. Or if the user is not premium but the order amount is greater than 1000, then apply this. Okay. So these can be, the rules can be having some logical formulas like and or. So just having the rules does not is not going to be make sense. We need to have the rule formula also. What do we mean by rule formula? This is one of the way of representing it. Maybe you can come up with other design, but this is like hey, rule, let's say a rule, multiple rules, r1, r2, r3, r4, r5, r6, r7. So let's say r1 and r2. So how you will write these formulas and like all this thing. We have not written the parsing thing, how you will parse it here, because we have kept it very simple in this case. But this is how you will write it. This is how you will handle the logical things between the rules, because it's not like and that hey, if all the rules are applied, then done. It can be and or not or whatever. There can be other combinations between the rules. So we have covered all these things already in our course, so you guys can check it out there.